Well, hello. It is 4:45 and it's starting to get dark here already. I got a nice fire going. I just put some water in my pot just because it's always nice to have some hot water if I want a hot chocolate or want to put it in my hot water bottle and sit it on my lap or in my shirt. Not too bad right now, just my hands are a little bit cold. It is 5.8 degrees. So it is pretty chilly. I've got the pan on actually. I just brought some ground beef. It's already seasoned with seasoned salt and garlic powder, but I brought some of that taco mix stuff. So I'm gonna throw that on there and just kind of fry it up in the pan. And I got a tomato to chop up and shred some cheese. I got some wraps and I'm just gonna make some tacos. I might make the taco up and then put it on the fire to warm it and melt the cheese. I don't know. That sounds interesting. I'll think about it anyways. But for now, I'm going to get the hamburger meat on and get cooking. And I'll be back in a bit. This one trip that I did with Vicky, we made nachos. Vicky made nachos. I kind of thought of it, and she was like, "Oh my God, let's do that." It was so good. And she did the ground beef. She pre-cooked it because we were winter camping, and sometimes that's just easier. And she pre-cooked it, and it was amazing. It had so much flavor, and I don't usually season my beef very well. I just put garlic salt on everything and seasoned salt. Actually, I have the special seasoning from my friend John. He's awesome. He comes to the Outdoor Adventure Show every year and he brings me this seasoning mix. He's such a nice man. John Killam, I don't know if I said that right. I always say it wrong. Anyways, so I said to Vicky, what did you do? And she said she used a taco, like a meat seasoning kit like this. So I bought it, of course, and I've used it on and off. I don't actually read the directions. I'm not very good at that kind of stuff. I don't like reading directions. But I'm pretty sure what you do is you put the mix in and you put some water in and then you simmer it until it cooks. I don't know if I think you're supposed to do it before it cooks. I don't know. Anyways, I think this is right. I did it at home once. If it's not right, somebody will tell me, I'm sure. And I'm fine with that. I'll go chop up my tomato and I'm just gonna wait. There is something very big swimming in the water over there, and I can't see what it is. It's leaving quite a big trail. Oh, it looks like it's gone under the water. I don't know. I thought maybe it was a deer there for a second. Maybe it's a beaver. It's too far away. Hopefully it comes this way at some point. All right, I gotta get back to my cooking. It's still a little bit daylight here. Oh, that's pretty. Guess I just had to back up further. Whatever it is now coming this way, just like I asked, and I'm not sure that's good. I know that I have to go stir the meat, but I can't stop looking at this. I don't know what it is, and it's like, it's not coming this way, but I'm wondering if it's eventually going like into the bay over here, and that's where it's headed. But I want to see it, like if it comes out of the water somewhere or what it is. Maybe I should go get my monocular. I wonder if I could see it. Meanwhile, I hear the beef just sizzling away on top of the fire. And I'm like, da da da, what's in the water? Come and stir it. Oh, there, see? It's simmering. It's actually great. It's doing a good job. The water is helping the beef stick to the pan. which is fantastic because I want to make an omelet tomorrow morning. I do have oatmeal as well, but let's see. Oh, I'm silly. I didn't bring the salsa. I put the jar there too with the other stuff, and then this morning I'm like, oh, that's not supposed to be there, and I just put it back in the fridge, in the other spot of the fridge. I was like, oh, geez. That doesn't mean I mean, I don't have to have it, but I've got cheese and the hamburger meat, and I've got some tomato that I chopped up, and sour cream, so I think that'll be fine. It would have been a little bit better with the salsa, but oh well, I forgot it. Whatever. The hamburger meat is done, so I'm gonna spoon it onto here. I'm gonna put the tomatoes in there, and then I'm gonna wrap it like a pocket, and I'm gonna put it on the grill for a few minutes and see if I can brown the outside and just get it like all warm and schmoozy inside, and then I'm gonna dip it in the sour cream to eat it. I think that sounds like a winner right there. We'll see how it goes. I just rolled it over and already got grill marks. I don't usually like using the park grill, but it's just for like 2 seconds. I'm not gonna go get mine for that. Looks like it's working. Just wanted to get nice and brown on the outside. Let's go take a look at what the sky is doing because it looks pretty cool. It looks really nice. Orange. Not amazing, but it's pretty. There it is. Just got a little brown and crackly on the outside. And it's gonna be extra tasty. My thermometer says it is 4.2 degrees, 74% humidity. Let's put the cheese over here. I just grated enough cheese for one, and I cut up half the tomato, just in case this is enough, but I might have two. It depends on how good it is, and I have some beef, so. Alright. How should we apply the sour cream? Do I dip it, or? Yeah, let's dip it. Dip it good. Do. Hopefully this headlamp is working properly. Oh, yeah. Needed to get that second bite in where like all the juices are kind of mixed up together. I'm gonna go eat. I'll see you in a bit. Hold out here. 4.2 degrees. All good. All right. Bye. I taco to you later. Well, I ended up making the second one. This one I'm just making like more like a wrap. Could put it on the grill, but it's steaming hot. I just took it off the fire, so should be good. It's delicious. Can you hear the train? It's usually how the wood stove sounds when you got a really good fire going. All right, my thermometer says it's 2.3 degrees. It is just going on 6 o'clock. I do have a fire going in the hot tent, and it is very hot in there. Oh my gosh, I just saw the moon. Can you see it? It's way back there and behind the trees, and it's probably going like the same way that the sun went, so around the side with the bay here where my lights are, and then out front. So it'll be a while before I see it. But it's gonna go up, so maybe I'll see it in a bit. I found these brownies in the freezer. Well, see these brownies, there's only one. I found 2 brownies in the freezer yesterday when I was packing. So I ate one of them and I brought one. And I'm just heating it up on the fire. That's warm, tasty brownie. It's gonna be good. Okay, I think my brownie's ready. Nice and warm and gooey. It's got chocolate chips and peanut butter chips in it. They're so good. It's time to play What's in the Water here on Deer Raven Lake. Oh. Oh, I thought there were footprints there. Like those weren't there before. There's a really bright star over there. Nothing in the water. It's super shallow here. I might go out to the front to see if I can get some water there. I think it's a little bit deeper. Oh, there's a water bug. Woo! All right. It's pretty clear. I'm going to see if I can just get a little bit of water here instead of going around to the front. Hello! I am in the hot tent now. Is it hot? I don't know. What's the thermometer say? It says it's 12 degrees, but it's like sitting practically almost leaning against the front door. So I would say up here where my head is, it's probably about 20, 18-ish. It's very, very comfortable. I'm going to start taking off my toque and my long sleeve and kind of getting comfy cozy. I actually moved the chair. I'm sitting beside the bed. The stove is on the other side of the pole, and I just find that corner, just because where the stake is, it's on a bit of a hill, and so that front corner is a little bit saggy, and I can't seem to tighten it. So if I sit there, it's just like, I feel like I have to do this all the time. Here, I can stretch out my legs. I can put them up on the bed. I can take my shoes off. I got the heat right here, but it's close, but not too close. When I'm sitting over on the other side, it's too close. Now, I do like using my canoe chair on the ground and sitting on that, sitting right in front of the stove. I might do that for breakfast tomorrow if I cook breakfast. I don't like to sit on the ground too long. Sometimes I feel like I get stuck down there and I can't get back up. So, yeah, but I like sitting in front of the stove down there for a while, like an hour or so, until like it's like, okay, now I gotta get up off the ground. But yeah, just sit here in my chair. I brought my little notebook, and I'm going to start doing some brainstorming for my presentation descriptions. I have to send those in. They're actually kind of late already, but everybody knows I'm good for it, I think. So no worries there. They know the topic and they have an idea what it's about, but I have to write the bio. They don't need it yet, so I get it. There's people that are last minute. It's not me. I really need to sit down and think about it in a quiet spot when I'm not doing anything else, and that's today. So, yeah, fire's going nice, and it's super quiet here. There's no animal sounds at all yet. Maybe I'll hear an owl or something. You never know. Anyways, that's about it for now. I'll see you in a bit. It's too small. I got the tripod on the other side and pushed out, like the tent's pushed out like this. And because I wanted you to see the fire while I was chatting, but guess what? You can, but you can't see me unless I do this. If I do this, I'm like away. I know it's nice to see the fire. Hello. It is 8 o'clock, and just sitting here in the hot tent. Super quiet here. Well, I just opened the door to get rid of the lake water because it was in the pot there. There's just a little bit left. And there's the moon. Still behind some trees there a little bit, but it's super bright. I can see shadows on the ground. And then I have my lights still on over there. Just to add some ambiance. Oh, it's really bright on the lake. I have to go out. Next time I go out to the bathroom, I'll film a little bit so you can see what it looks like out here. All right, it is 9 o'clock, and I have finally got my hot chocolate, and I have 2 chocolate chunk cookies that I am going to dunk in there, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. And after that, I'm going to put the bear vault away in the forest and go for a little walk outside and check out the moon. I put the pot back on with some more water in it for my hot water bottle. It is quite the task to keep this stove running all night, and because it's so small, you have to put wood in it like pretty much every 2 hours if you're lucky enough to get that far. So I'm planning on letting it go out like I did on my trip 2 weeks ago. I'm going to be warm enough in my sleeping bag. Well, I came out to check out the moon, go for a pee, put the bear vault away, and look at this beautiful moon. Just gorgeous. Got a bit of a lens flare there. I tried to get rid of it, but nope. And a plane just went right past there, so that was kind of cool. It's super bright out here. I'm not sure if you can see, but I can see the tent. The canoe's lit up by the moon. Yes, I have my lights here, but I don't know if you can see the shadows on the ground. They're going this way, and they're from the moon. They're not from those lights. Those lights are nice. They're bright, and they're lighting up that area there, which is great. But, like, you can see, I can see the lake. I can see the trees on the other side. Like, it's quite impressive. Go really, really slow here. I was just editing my Killarney videos, and I'm like, I have to move slower when I'm panning the sky so you can actually see the stars. Beautiful, beautiful moon. I believe this is the beaver moon. Not 100% sure. I thought I read that somewhere today. Yeah, nice and warm and cozy in the tent. Just getting ready to go to bed. Well, I went out to take some shots of the moon, put the bear vault away, have my last pee, all that stuff. Look at the thermometer. 29 degrees almost. Woo-wee. It's roasting in here. All right, I'm getting ready to go to bed. It's always a big thing for me to go from here to there, because once I get down there, I don't want to get up. So I try to make sure that I've done all the things. I just got some water as well, because I'm pretty much out. And I moved the wood down, so it's a bit easier to grab if I do wake up in the night and I want to throw a piece on. But I'm only doing that if I do wake up. I shouldn't, hopefully. And hopefully I can just like get a nice good long sleep in. Hello. It is 10:30 and I am in the tent. I'm just getting ready to go to bed. I'm just waiting for the stove to kind of die down a bit. I have the damper partially closed, which I don't normally do with this stove, because as soon as I do, it usually goes out. But this wood is so dry. It's just burning. I've got the front damper closed and the back damper about half closed, and it's still like 28 degrees in here. So just kind of waiting a bit, because I don't want to crawl into my sleeping bag yet, because it's too warm. I want to be like comfortable. Hopefully I have a very good sleep. Good night. See you tomorrow. Well, it's 6 a.m. and I just got up to use the privy. It was -2 on here. Now it's 1.4. I just got a fire going quickly. It's so easy. The wood is so dry. So I've got a fire going now, and I'll crawl back into my sleeping bag. If I didn't have to get up, I would have just left it and stayed nice and warm in my sleeping bag. I was nice and warm and cozy without the fire going, but since I had to get up and it's so little effort to get it going, I figured why not? Well, good morning. It is 7:25 And it's becoming daylight out slowly. Lights are still going strong. And look what's happened here. So we'll be cooking in that for a while. Oh, crap. Didn't even think about that happening. The lake is not frozen. Looks like a little bit of ice here and there. Oh yeah, in the bay where it was last time. But just a little skim here and there. Lots of frost. The weather network says that it's -7. Feels like -9. You can see some ice there in the bay. Just a little skim. Super quiet out here. And chilly. Still in my same long sleeve. And just put my fur hat on when I woke up in the middle of the night, and it was like -2 in the tent. But otherwise, all good. Lights have used 2 bars out of the battery. I should probably take these down quick, but it's not a priority. Right now I'd like to get a fire going again and get some breakfast going if I can get this. I thought it would just knock out, but it's not totally frozen. It's water underneath. Just thought it would pop out like a cake, you know? Alright, that'll do. My hands are freezing now. Alright, let's get the fire going, get warmed up here, and get some breakfast on. What we got in here? It's still warm in here, even though there's no smoke coming out. 5.3 degrees. And you can see there's just some coals in there, so put a couple pieces of wood in there and that should be going quite quickly. Well, hello. It is 8 o'clock on Sunday, November 17th, and I'm here in the hot tent getting hot. You would think with the doors open that wouldn't be happening, but this little stove is so powerful. The thermometer is reading 20 degrees, and even though the door is open, as I said, it's nice and warm right here. I just wanted to kind of open the door up so you could kind of get a better view of what it looks like inside. It's really hard to show when I'm in here with the door shut because it's such a small space. But still have lots of wood left. Fire's burning nice and hot now. So I'm going to get ready to make my omelet. Plus I need to get these doors shut because it's chilly out here. But it's warm in here. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Well, hello. It is a toasty 25 degrees in here. And just starting my breakfast. I have the pan on the fire. I have the pan on the stove, and I just put some butter in here. And I'm just basically frying up my English muffin to get it nice and brown. Looks good. Just brought a couple of packages of strawberry jam from somewhere I had breakfast at some point. And I have 2 eggs in here, already cracked. I'm just going to pour those into the pan after the English muffin's done, and add some cheese, make a cheese omelet, and then have it with the English muffin and the strawberry jam. Easy peasy. Alright, got the pan all ready for my eggs. slice up my cheese and put my jam on my English muffin while that's cooking. Looks great. A little piece got caught underneath, of course. There we go. Get my cheese on there. So if you're wondering about this tent pole, it doesn't get hot at all. I was really paranoid when I first set this up and said, oh, I could have put the pole right beside the stove, but it's pretty good. I mean, it's a little bit warm, but it's not hot. So. All right, fold it over. Those little bits. It's so hot, even with the damper almost shut and the front damper pretty much closed. $28 degrees. There we go, breakfast of champions. Okay, I'm gonna sit here and eat, and I'll be back in a bit. Hello. It's 8:45. Finished breakfast, cleaned up, put a whole bunch of stuff in the bear vault because there's so much room. And now I'm gonna start tearing down. As you can see, I'm still wearing everything that I wore in yesterday. I never ended up having to change because my damp layers underneath dried out with the wood stove and the heat in the tent. And I was perfectly comfortable all night. Didn't break out the Patagonia again. Can't believe it. And I actually just closed the dampers on the stove because it's just too warm in here. It's 22.8 degrees right now. And that's about it. So I'm going to start packing up slowly and getting ready to head out. And that's about it for now. All right, it is just a few minutes after 10 and everything is done, except my chair. I kept it out so I could put the dry suit on. Just makes it easier. You have some place to sit. You don't have to do this weird hop on one foot dance. I put the wood in two piles. One is by the fire pit and one is over here under a tree. I covered them up with as much bark as I could find in the forest to help keep it dry, as well as that pile. So hopefully someone gets to enjoy it as I did when I arrived and had that firewood. So I just did all the things, went for my last visit to the privy, and now it's time to put on my dry suit, which is the last thing to do before I head out. So I'm gonna do that, and then I just have to put the boat down in the water, throw my stuff in it, and paddle to the axis. Won't take me long at all. It didn't take me long to get here. Maybe half hour, 45 minutes, I don't know. It's not very far, as I said. Okay, ready, Betty? Just gotta put my chair away and then put the stuff in the bag and we're off. All right, finally. It is 10:30 and I am on the water. Temperatures have warmed up a little bit. I'm not sure what it is because my thermometer is away, but if I had to guess, I'd say it's about maybe 4 or 5 degrees, 6 degrees, somewhere around there. There's still a little bit of ice in the bay on the left side there, but nothing in my path. Well, it's 11:15 and just making my way through the lake. Still have mirror water. Had a little bit of rippling when I came out of the bay that I camped in before turning right to go back into the other part of the lake. But ever since I've been on this part of the lake, not a breeze, perfect mirror, and it's just absolutely fantastic conditions today here on November 17th on Deer Raven Lake. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. Super quiet, haven't seen a soul, and got the access in my line of sight. Probably about 10 minutes or so to paddle to get there. Alright, it is 3 minutes to 11, almost 24 hours since I was here last. Just returning to the access, and just going to pull the boat up and then walk to the parking lot, get my car and load it up. And yeah, the wind just started to pick up a little bit on the last part of the lake here. No rain yet, but I feel it is coming. Alright, thanks so much for watching. I recorded a recap at the campsite and I will insert it here. Made it. Alright, just wanted to insert the recap here at the end. Really great trip. Only one night. Sometimes that's all I have, and I'm very, very glad I came out. Every time I can get out, it's awesome. And especially with the canoe and the hot tent, it's one of my favorite things when the seasons start to cool down. Really great time paddling through the little creek to Gun yesterday. I really enjoyed that. And yeah, didn't see too much wildlife. Got a little bit of ice on the lake, which is always cool for me when I'm out. And yeah, nice and cozy, warm, some good food, and got to work a little bit on my presentation descriptions and stuff for the spring shows, so that was great. Not sure how many times I'm going to get out still in the canoe. Next weekend I'm going car camping at Mew Lake for an event there. The weekend after that I have to take my car in to get the brakes fixed. I was supposed to do it this weekend, but because the weather was pretty decent, I moved it. That's December 6th weekend, and I don't know, by then we might have snow and the lakes might be starting to freeze, so we'll see what happens. But I think this video is probably going to publish near the end of December, early January, and then I'll just be putting content in as it comes. There might be a little break during the spring shows. I'm going to be off. I have got Family Day weekend at Mew Lake, and then I have 3 weeks in a row of shows. So we'll see how that goes. If I miss some weeks publishing videos, so be it. Yeah, that's about it. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.